It all started as a simple comfort and support system for veterans in hospitals. Now the Wounded Warrior Project has grown into a major resource, helping more than 240,000 warriors, families, and caregivers.
The organization encourages warriors build resilience and coping skills through interactive programs and rehabilitative workshops. Doug Moore and Dr. Erin Fletcher join us with more. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks so much for having us. This is awesome.
We're so excited you're here. So Dr. Fletcher, could you kind of, for anyone who may not know what exactly the Wounded Warriors Project does, can you kind of give us an overview?
Absolutely.
So much, I know is the answer.
Yes. So much. So Wounded Warrior Project is a veteran service organization built around really helping veterans and their families successfully transition out of the military. We have programs to help them find new jobs. We have programs to help them secure their benefits through the VA system. We have important mental health programs. We address their physical health and wellness, their financial wellness. Did I miss anything?
We also focus on advocacy as well as long-term rehabilitative care.
And we love, too, that you're not only including the actual veterans, but you're also including the people around them that give them support. I think a lot of times people forget about caregivers and kind of the burden on them.
Absolutely, and they're so important. We don't want this to we know that those struggles and successes don't happen in a vacuum, and so we want to provide that support, that connection for the whole person and their whole support system.
And Doug, you're an alumni manager, meaning you've been through this. What kind of is your experience and what can you bring to the table as far as telling people what they're going to experience through this?
Yeah, I think, so one of the things that we like to focus on is transition specifically, so that transition from either active duty or being in service to then being a veteran. And a part of that is the change that kind of comes with that, and managing that change is something that we like to focus on. So as Erin mentioned, helping with a benefits team that helps to secure the benefits they earned in service, an employment team that helps them find that post-service employment and that new mission and purpose. And then my team really focuses on the connection piece and social connectivity and community essentially. And being able to connect those veterans with other veterans that have had like-minded experiences, and then also to their community and to the external resources in that community.
And when you talk about resources, I mean, not only career help, but you're also helping with VA benefits, which I think can be extremely confusing for anyone to navigate.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know when I got out of the Marine Corps and was trying to navigate that on my own, it was a lot of things that I didn't understand. And so trying to do that on your own can be very challenging, very cumbersome, and confusing and frustrating. So we have national service officers. This is what they've done for a very long time and are very skilled and experienced in it. And then work hand in hand with that veteran to ensure that they're getting the benefits that they deserved and that they earned.
And really helping even just bring people together who have had these like-minded experiences. I know you guys had a bike ride. You're going to bring people to the Air and Water Show in August.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about some of these events and the ways that you do bring people together?
Yeah, so we do a wide range of different events. Chicago Soldier Ride just happened here a couple weeks ago. The Cook County Sheriff's Department has been instrumental over the years in supporting that and making that happen. But bringing veterans together to enjoy the sport of cycling, where they get a ride through the city and then participate in a bunch of different things and activities, right, that happen during that time frame. And then we do a host of different events that happen all throughout the year, Chicago Air and Water Show being one of those. Getting the chance to kind of be beachside, right, see all of the different air show activities, and then other events that happen throughout the year that really just provide an array of different things for veterans to have the opportunity really to come out, meet other people, and really build that peer-to-peer support and that camaraderie that you have a tendency to lose when you transition out of service.
And Dr. Fletcher, a lot of world-renowned research happening right now in collaboration with 4 universities.
Yes. So one of our mental health programs that I have the fortune of working with is our Warrior Care Network. And that's our partnership with 4 academic medical centers across the country to include the Road Home program right here in Chicago, part of Rush University Medical Center. And this program offers world-class, evidence-based mental and brain health care in a cohort environment. So you're going through this with other veterans who've had similar experiences. You're getting long-lasting results in just 2 weeks of treatment that I would be remiss if I didn't say comes at no cost to the families or the veterans themselves, thanks to our amazing supporters of Wounded Warrior Project.
Well, absolutely incredible. We never want to forget about our veterans. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing. And Doug, thanks so much for your service as well in the Marine Corps. Really thankful for both of you. For more information, just head to woundedwarriorproject.org or find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Truly a worthy organization. Thanks again.